Kumusta kapatid? It's Kuya E. That means how are you, brother? And Kuya means older brother in Tagalog. All right, so this isn't one of those tip-heavy videos. No quick hacks, no short lists. This is a deep dive, a soul-level conversation. So if you're looking for something light, no pressure, just skip this one, check out my other stuff. But if something in you has been restless, uncomfortable, maybe even aching, try to stay with me through the whole video. Because we're about to talk about the moment that separates two versions of you. Okay, so the one you've been and the one you could become. I call it the door you didn't even know you're standing in front of. And if you've been drifting, escaping, avoiding, numbing, this door matters more than you know. So let's begin with a question. Have you ever felt like your life looked fine on paper, but something felt deeply off? You know, you show up, you pay your bills, you do what you're supposed to do, but underneath it all, you're disconnected, low energy, short fuse. You're smiling around others, but shutting down at home. And you can't even explain why. See, that was me. I remember standing in the bathroom one night, shirt off. I didn't even recognize the guy staring back. He was 214 pounds, tired eyes, slouched shoulders. And the part that hurt the most, it wasn't just the weight, it was the look in my own eyes. I had become a man I did not respect. That moment didn't happen overnight. No, it was slow, subtle, sneaky. It was in the extra plate at dinner, the I'll start on Monday promise, the people pleasing at work, the beers, the hard alcohol on the weekend, the silence when I needed to speak. Every tiny decision was a step away from myself, my real self. I didn't even notice it. Here's what no one tells you. When you've drifted far enough from who you really are, there's no checklist that brings you back. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a better planner. You need a moment, a turning point. The moment you realize, oh, there's a door right there, and I've been standing in front of it this whole time. What is this door I speak of? What is the door? So the door is not physical, it's psychological, it's spiritual. It's the moment you finally see that your life doesn't have to keep going this way. The moment you wake up and realize this version of me is not the final version. But you see, here's the problem. Most men never recognize that moment. They live on autopilot. They normalize exhaustion. They confuse escape for rest. They tell themselves this is just what being a man feels like. I'm here to tell you, it's not. That's just what disconnection feels like. Let's break it down even more. There are 4 layers to this moment. 1, you don't know the door exists. 2, you realize you're standing right next to it. 3, you have to open it. Number 4, you actually have to walk through. So let's talk about layer 1. You don't know the door exists. And this is where most guys live. They're not in crisis, so they think they're fine. But under the surface, their confidence is gone. Their energy is gone. They feel numb. And they don't even realize they've drifted. Because no one talks about this, especially not with men. Sa mga lalaki, as how we would say in Tagalog. That's layer 1. Okay? Layer 2, you're standing right next to it being the door. One day, something breaks through. It might be your wife saying, I really hate who you become when you drink. It might be an old shirt not fitting, or your kid asking, Daddy, why are you always tired? And suddenly, you realize, wait, I've been here the whole time? It's not that the door appeared, it's that you finally just noticed it. And see, this moment, it hurts, but it also heals because it means you're not lost. You're just asleep. Layer two. All right, so layer three, which is you have to open the door, aka acceptance. Here's where most guys, most people stop. Because to open the door, you have to say, I did this. Not my boss stressed me out, not my partner doesn't understand. No, it's just how I was raised. You have to look in the mirror and say, this one is on me. But that means I can change it. This isn't about guilt, but this is about ownership. The moment I stopped blaming anyone and everyone was the moment I got my power back. It's layer three. Layer four, you walk through the door, aka action. This is where everything shifts. Because now it's not about knowing, it's about moving. Small choices, silent reps, no one clapping, choosing chicken over fries, saying no without explaining, going on a walk when you're tired, logging your food when you don't want to. You see, these are your footsteps through the door. Each one proof of I'm not who I was. But don't get it twisted. Walking through the door is not one giant leap. It's not this cinematic transformation moment with music swelling in the background. No, kapatid. It's often quiet, very quiet, unseen, boring, even. You'll still have cravings. You'll still want to say yes when you mean to say no. You'll still have people in your life who try to pull you back to the old version of you. But now you know better. And once you see the door, you can't unsee it. I remember after that mirror moment, I didn't tell anyone right away. I just started making different choices. I kept a journal, started walking after dinner instead of scrolling on my phone, cut out the booze, tracked my food, even when it felt super annoying, started lifting again, not just for abs, but for proof that I was showing up. And there were days I wanted to give up, but I'd already opened the door, and I told myself, just keep walking. Not sprinting, not perfect, but just steady. This leads me to now talk about why I built the 5-day reset. This isn't just theory, kapatid. This is exactly why I built the 5-day Malusog or Malu Reset. Because most guys, they don't need hype. They need structure, a roadmap, a hand on their shoulder that says, bro, I've been there before. Let's go together. Each day tackles a part of your story that you might be avoiding. Day one, the real reason you're stuck. We get brutally honest, not just with what's going on, but why. Day two, food, control, and the lie of discipline. How your eating habits reflect your inner control or lack of it. Day three, alcohol, escape, and facing the mirror. No preaching, just the truth. Why your numbing patterns keep you small. Day four, people pleasing and the silent rage inside. How pretending to be nice is killing your confidence and relationships. Day five, it's my favorite day. Conversations that change everything. You'll have the talk. You'll have the talk you've been avoiding with yourself, with someone else, and it will shift you. The reset, it's not a diet. It's not a traditional course. It's a callback to yourself. Because you don't need motivation. You need a moment. That moment might be this one. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're just standing in front of a door. And now that you see it, you get to decide what happens next. You can close this video and carry on, or you can say, I'm done drifting. It's time. So if that's you, let's walk together. And if you walk through it, welcome to the rest of your life. You might start to think, though, what if I fail again? Here's my answer to someone that would say that. You already know what happens if you don't try. That version of you, he's very predictable. He's safe, but he's also shrinking. The other version, the one who walks through, he might fall, but he'll rise different. And that version of you, brother, kapatid, that's the one I built Malusog for. So, once you walk through the door, a new challenge begins. See, people think crossing the threshold is the finish line, but it's actually the starting point of real transformation. It's when the questions start hitting deeper. Can I really live without the old habits? What if my friends don't recognize this version of me? What if I succeed and I'm still not happy? And these are not surface level doubts, these are soul level growing pains. You're not just quitting sugar or cutting back on drinks, you're confronting the identity that used to feel safe. The one who made people laugh to hide pain, the one who said yes to everyone but himself, the one who got busog or stuffed in Tagalog just to feel something. But now you're becoming, you're being asked to become someone else. Someone who is malusog, healthy, strong, present, not just in body, but in spirit. And that's not always sexy work. It means cleaning your space when no one sees. It's ordering grilled chicken while everyone else feasts. It's choosing sleep over scrolling on your phone. But over time, you start to feel it. The fog clears. Your energy returns. Your partner looks at you differently. Your daughter calls you strong. You look in the mirror, and for the first time in a long time, you nod, not with arrogance, but with respect. Because you kept your word. That's what walking through the door leads to. Not perfection, but alignment. The man you promised yourself you'd become, you're finally meeting him. I'll tell you why most men never make it here. And let's be real. Most men don't get to this point. They open the door, take a few steps, then run back. Why? Because growth is uncomfortable and comfort is familiar. It's familiar to joke about how much you drank last night. It's familiar to say, I'll start Monday. It's familiar to keep the peace in your relationship by shutting down and shutting down some more. But that's not peace. That's a quiet war inside of you. And if you've ever laid in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering how the hell your life got there, then you've already tasted that war. I know I have. And that's why I say this clearly. It's not your fault that you ended up disconnected, but it is your responsibility to reconnect. And you don't have to fix everything overnight. You just have to move forward. Step by step, meal by meal, decision by decision. That's what the reset builds. Not hype, but momentum. If you've made it through this whole video, thank you for hearing me rant. You're not average. You're built for more. You're just waiting for someone to say, I see you. And you're not crazy for wanting this. So here's me, Kuya E, saying it. I see you, I believe in you, and I built Malusog for you. Not for the guys who want shortcuts, but for the men who are ready to show up with heart. Let's make your confidence loud, not in volume, but in proof. A body you respect, a voice you trust, a family that feels your presence. Not someday, but starting now. I want you to know you're not behind. You're right on time. And this is your moment. So walk through the door with me. I'll see you on the other side.